It's the Juicery Podcast Show.
Hey yo, what's up guys? It's Private Ryan here and I'm joined by Joms, CP and Benj. We are back. Say hello. Are you
How
there
long has it
guys?
been? How long has it been? How do we do this?
I don't know how to stream anymore.
I
Hello.
didn't stream and Benj is on
Did-
a
do
holiday
I
break.
have a catch break? Do I have a
Yeah,
catchphrase?
it's
like last time?
2022 already. You need to have a catchphrase, man.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
it's
well,
been a year of streaming.
yep.
Hello. Welcome back to us.
Yep. Well,
Happy New Year!
Happy
it's the
New
first, It's
Year.
the first time you hear from us from 2022.
yep. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jomzie P, and welcome to the show again. Whew, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. It's almost February.
Well, we didn't
No,
have
it's
a
just-
show
it's just
last
crazy.
January.
Yeah, I think we gave
Wait, it's still
ourselves-
January.
we gave ourselves a well-deserved break for everyone.
Exactly.
Holiday break and the first start of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A good rest, right? To
Lots
recover.
of stuff. Lots of
I
stuff.
had a good rest, like because I can't move at all.
Same.
I
Very
was-
good
I was-
rest. More like recovering.
That's why you
So-
can't be too careful. So be careful, everyone. The pandemic is still here,
Yep.
still there.
Yeah,
So today-
we'll start collecting the variants. I think.
There's too much variance, yeah. Too much
Yeah.
Loki. So today, guys, we're gonna be discussing our own personal best films of 2021. Some of you might not have seen these films that we're gonna be discussing. So you know what's next. The spoiler warning. Joms?
It's my turn. Okay. Here we go. I'm usually Benj is usually the one who does the spoiler warning. So it's my turn. Okay, let's do this.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Everybody. So we'll be talking about different movies. Some you might not have watched yet. So
Yes.
if you haven't watched the movies that we're gonna talk about, if you don't like spoilers in particular, although most of the movies in 2021, stop watching or stop listening and go and watch the movies that we haven't even said what movies we're gonna
We're gonna put
review.
it in the
Yeah.
description. We're gonna put it in the description.
Yeah, we're gonna put movies in the movie list in the description.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched any of those, stop listening and go watch it first, okay? But before you do that, before you leave, please leave us a like, a subscribe, a follow, or consider donating to us on our social media sites. We have Patreon. Donate on Patreon. We have Anchor FM. We have Spotify. We have YouTube. And what else?
Google podcast. Yeah.
Podcast.
Oh, Google Podcast. Okay, so yeah. So please do that. Aside from that, we will be spoiling a lot of movies here on the list. So you have been warned. You have been warned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Hey,
much.
thank you.
So the list that we're gonna be sharing with you guys are 3 best films according to us. So there's 3 of us. That will be 9 films from 2021, and we're gonna be spending at least a minute or two discussing each of the films that we like. So I think we could start with Bench, with your
It's my turn?
movies, with your
Alright.
list. Yeah.
So yeah, so first off, I will not be spending too much time on the other two. Like I think just to give the gentleman here some time to rate or like explain why their ratings like this. All right. Why are you guys so silent?
What am I supposed to say?
Just
Waiting on you.
I don't even know what kind of what movies we're talking about, but okay.
Looking at at our list, so
Oh,
you know
okay.
what my list. Let's not.
mm.
All right, so let me do that and
Mhm.
response to what I'm saying. Okay. So there's not a lot of movies I've seen last year. Like
Yeah.
same with 2020. I think I had less in 2021. And
Much lesser, huh? Much
yeah,
lesser than 2020.
yeah, compared to like the how I consumed, because like I consume a lot of Netflix in 2020 and that changed a lot in 2021. I would rather sit to a speed run, like it's a 3 hour speed run of Sonic the Hedgehog.
What?
The bad one, like, and rather than watching for a 2 hour movie. So that has been my content consumption last year. I sticked around what's that, games done quick, like for the whole stream, like for a full day. So I can't commit to a movie, but I can commit to a random stream right now. So yeah, that's why I have really less. Like I can count in two hands like how many I saw. So my number one in my list, like the three movies I have here, is Spider-Man No Way Home. Still counts
Woo!
as a 2021 movie. So
The
I'm
end of
rate,
2021, right?
yeah, towards the tail end of the Q4. So I'm rating this for 4.5 out of 5, like a really high one, because like
Wow.
as Joms mentioned earlier, this is an Avenger level event. Um, this is a culmination of at least three movies or two or three, like counting Captain America, Civil War. Like culmination of those three movies coming into this now, and then I'm not rating this 5 out of 5 just because Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Spider-Verse is still, I think, would rate like 5 out of 5. So it delivered more on what it can do. So I really like this a lot. Like eventually, because I starved myself information about this movie. I didn't see any trailers. I didn't watch any of the like discussions about it online. Um,
No
I
Bully
don't
Maguires. No Bully Maguires meme.
like even the memes. I didn't look at it. I know it's just the Spider-Man meme, like pointing at each other, but I really starved myself like any information just so I can see it with the fresh eyes. That okay, after a couple of movies, this is what they worked on, and then it's great. So seeing, and this is where the spoiler starts. Seeing Garfield, which is I for me is the best Spider-Man. Seeing Tobey Maguire, which is the best Peter Parker, and seeing how Tom Holland eventually became both best Spider-Man and Peter Parker overall. Um, the ending, I'm kind of not agreeing on, like killing that character. I think it's not yet that time. I think we still have a lot of stories to tell with her, but
Exactly.
you know, that made it for a point 0.5 for me. But like the rest of the build up, the pacing is well done. There's if you can, like, if you notice how the film went, like it's really fast at first, but once you saw her Ned's Lola, the pacing started. You can pinpoint where the pacing changed.
Yeah.
Like it really slowed down and then picked up again. It's not like for everyone, like for every movie. Like you can't really pinpoint, oh, where did it slow down, or where did the act 2 and 3 happen.
Yeah.
This one has that, and it's with the grandma, which is really fun. And then like just putting all the story together, it didn't become that much messy. Like there are gaps in the story, like there are plot holes. Like how did Electro
Got his suit. Yeah.
got in that position, like be teleported, because he's not someone that knows who Peter Parker is. Like the whole criteria is these people know who Peter Parker is, that's why they're teleported. But I know like he's kind of a key character.
And he looks better, and he changes his looks in this universe.
Yeah, they did the Mr. Manhattan route where he became an energy and then created a whole new look for himself, which is they should have done in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. But yeah, overall, all of the characters that we liked are there. The first time you see Doctor Octopus, is in there, like, okay, this is good, like, and then it continues to build up on the next ones. So So I'll not talk much more about Spider-Man because like I see Jomzie here has it as his number one as well. Uh,
I think you
yeah,
said
that's what-
everything already.
no, you'll find something that I haven't yet. But yeah, I really liked it. Like this is like Spider-Man movies are always shown by the end of the year, which like because it's good. It's always good. Like whatever you want to say about the Amazing Spider-Man line, the Spider-Man 3 one. I think what your opinion would say, it is still a good movie in some way or some form or another. But yeah, so that's my first one. Okay, how am I looking at the time? So my next two ones is don't look up. So another movie that was released via Netflix by the end of the year. So if you're not familiar with Don't Look Up, it's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and J Lo, Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer
Wait.
Lawrence.
So I said
Which-
Jennifer
which-
Lopez.
J-Lo. So it's I think this is I'm not sure if this is well received by other people, but from what I understand, it's a well made movie. Like this is well thought out. And it's premised as there's a meteor coming in, but like it's an allegory from what's happening right now. Like if you're following the news, the change in presidency in the United States, anti-vaccination movement, people don't look up things that are easily like checked, and they're like can be easily verifiable. So, and like it's
It's a,
it does
it's
that.
a social commentary, right?
It's a very good social commentary coated with a good like storyline.
It's real life parody.
I think that I just like the end where fuck it, like everyone will die eventually. And then Meryl Streep in that movie is also wonderful.
Yeah.
She died the first one to die in a new civilization. It's really funny. But yeah, it's a overall good watch. It's something. There's something to write out about it. And not way short 2 hours there. Like I saw it in one sitting. It's good. We have like two award-winning actors here, plus Jonah Hill. This is really like he's just a shitty character there, but I liked him.
Oh, the ultimate douchebag.
Was he the son? Was he the son of the president? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's the press secretary, so what the fuck? He's still doing well compared to you. That's the line there. Like, I'm not shitting on you, but yeah, it's a fun watch. But like after watching it, you kind of think about it. Oh, this is really happening. So Jomzie is commenting here that my mic is muffled. Sorry, I still have colds.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I still have one movie, and this is the one against the rules of Ryan.
What
We
rules?
should have rules.
What rules?
Earlier. They deleted all the rules.
We deleted the rules. So the context is Ryan briefed us. Let's do top 3 best films. No animation, no direct to stream content. Only English. And I was looking at my list. Oh, this is all Japanese. So I had to revise this or not follow Ryan at all. So I did the second one.
Not follow Ryan.
What rules?
And then we removed the rules altogether in the document.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your number one here is Snyder's Cut, which is a direct, like one of the direct to stream contents in last year, and the first one that we reviewed. So you're not even following our list. At least look up that review so it gets more views. So my last one is Demon Slayer's Mugen Train. So if you're not familiar, Demon Slayer is an anime about fighting demons. It's set up as a second season put in a movie, but they eventually released an episodic release of that section of the manga. So it's great because you can see how consistently a production company can work in a specific style. So they do really well visually in. Because I've read the manga, it's not that much visually appetizing in the manga, but when you look at the animation and the animated format, um, the action are really fluid. It looks like it was choreographed properly, and it jives with the storytelling. So, and I will not say anything about how the story goes because it's a really key character that died there. But you look it up, and I rated it, by the way, 5 out of 5 because I really liked it.
Wow.
Yeah, it like earned 1 billion yen. There's not much people in Japan, but they got it to 1 billion. So yeah, don't say anything about it.
It surpasses the 450 million won of the Squid Game.
Yeah. But yeah, so I my other list here, which are the
Yeah, honorable mentions.
mentions, and then I'll hand it over to Jomzie. So my first one is the Neon Genesis Evangelion Thrice Upon a Time. It eventually came out as a Blu-ray. So I saw that it was a good ending. It's satisfying at some point. But still it's a good way that something like magnificent as this ended. Like they stopped milking the cow eventually. Shang-Chi is a good one as well. It's a good depart from how we usually see origin stories. It's not the usual like two similar skill sets and then someone just became stronger. This one is more on the family oriented. I liked it. Eternals is in my honorable list. I liked it as well. So contrary to the public reception, it's a well visually made movie. It's just so happens that it came out after all of the closing of the story for Avengers and all. But if it was given like a better polish in story, like everyone, I guess more people could like it, like in a more Marvel patterned way, because it's trying too hard to be funny and serious at the same time.
It's an introductory movie for a group of people. It's not like Avengers. Like everybody has their individual movies at the beginning, and then they all collaborate in one movie at the later part. So there's not much attachment to each character during the beginning of the movie. So it can't be related to Avengers. It's hard to relate it to Avengers.
Yeah, I am more attached to Jon Snow than Jon Snow's character in it. It didn't appear to be an ensemble. That's I think that's how I can summarize it. And
So spoiler alert, they're not beings, right?
Why?
They're energy.
They're not.
They're just
They're
energy.
automatons.
No, they're synthetic or they're synthetic beings created by the Celestials.
Wait, so just last one comment. I think Eternals is just a movie to add more Game of Thrones or actors in Marvel.
Exactly.
So there's Jon Snow, there's Rob Stark, there's Peter Dinklage, and I think by the end it was Theon Greyjoy. It looks like Theon.
What? No, that's that's Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, not
Styles.
Yeah,
he's British. But
actually, if you ask me, Eternals looks more like a stepping stone to more important characters in the future Marvel movies. Like for example, in the post credits, we have there Star Fox. Okay, we have Cersei, which is an Avenger, a silver 90s Avenger, and we also have their we call this Jon Snow. What's his name again? I forgot it. Yeah, he's
Black Knight.
no, the actor's name.
Kit Harington.
Yeah, Kit Harington. Yeah, Kit Harington's character Dane Whitman is Black Knight, which is also a 90s Avenger, and we also have a voice cameo of Mahershala Ali. If you guys didn't notice it, it was
Blade.
a voice of Mahershala Ali playing as Blade. So
Blade is introduced.
Yep. So basically, Eternals is like a stepping stone, a very big stepping stone for future Marvel movies.
My
So
take
these
on this
are
is people are not really since this is directed by an Asian director, right?
Chloe, yeah,
They are
Chloe
not.
Zhang.
Yeah, the masses is not really ready for great cinematography, the peacefulness
yeah
of Asian films style. They're more into the Western style where there are a lot of actions,
yeah. Like
camera
every,
shakes. Yeah,
every second there's a shake. Every other second there's someone doing parkour. This movie doesn't have that. Like
yeah.
it's
It's very
more
relaxing.
steady storytelling.
Yeah,
And again, to John's point, like this is a stepping stone for other movies. But I guess the real problem is no one is like expecting themselves to jump into a movie and then googling or checking Wikipedia after. So this has something like that in this one, where like Avengers doesn't have like just put in the big three, you're done. No one will actually look up who they are.
Mhm.
Um,
Because
so
you
I
have
hope
reference movies before. Yeah, we already
yeah
have reference movies before.
this
there were
one
movies before
yeah
they assembled. This
yeah
one
but
started as a
yeah.
group.
But I think someone can argue Guardians of the Galaxy has the same like problem at start.
Exactly, exactly.
But they have James Gunn.
Yeah,
So
they have
yeah,
Yep.
they have a yeah
I
Western
don't,
director.
Uh-huh. If
so
Eternals was
yeah.
made by James Gunn, would you think it'd have gone differently?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
there's
it
more
would
colors to it.
the tone will be very different.
Just the color grading will be different. It's not brown or like sepia. It will not be sepia. It's more neon.
It felt like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon all the time. The soundtrack, the
Yeah.
camera
Yeah.
pan and angles.
Yeah, that to mention it, like the wire work is good. Like
Yeah,
if just there's just one like character that does it a lot, but it's still well done.
do you think that was Angelina in The Wires? No.
Yeah,
Angelina Jolie?
how do we know if she can backflip like 50 feet in the air?
You never know.
Yeah.
But to look at it in perspective, Shang-Chi and the Eternals were both made by what do you call this? American Asians, American Asian directors.
Yeah.
But their vibes are totally different.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess probably if we have the same director, Eternals would probably have a different shift, a different vibe, and it probably appeal to other people. That
We're not saying that the director did a bad job here. It's more on like it didn't really came out at the right time, or like the audience or the watching public is not too keen on watching something like this. But yeah, I get what you're trying to say. If like if we can put it to where like Shang-Chi is more on a neon show, that like and Eternals is your entry to a cosmic like, galaxy.
I thought you were gonna say Eternals will be Marvel's entry to Sundance.
I think that's a better thing. And then I still have last one.
Yeah, you have a last honorable mention.
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought there was
this
only
my top
three.
but I have Suicide Squad. I think I cannot mention this because it's just a lovely movie, a lovely story, or like love letter to how Suicide Squad can be revived.
Yeah. The best film in 2016. Yeah. You remember that?
2016, Captain America, Winter Soldier came out that year. You can't say that they did better than.
So James,
Okay, so that's my list. That's it for me. So if you agree or not with my ratings, tell it in the comments below. If I botched something up or like I forgot something, let me know in the comments as well.
yeah, we're gonna put this in the description so you may read through the titles.
Yeah.
And they may put in a comment. Okay. We could jump over to Joms.
Okay.
You're
So
there.
I got
Go ahead.
my three best pictures of 2021. Let's start off with the third, which is Dune. Okay, so this movie Dune is one of the movies that I've been waiting for a long time because I've been a Dune fan ever since the RTS game Dune 2 came out. The lore was pretty much amazing. It's about a guy, a prince of it's a sci-fi movie. It's a sci-fi movie that without it, Star Wars will not be George Lucas will not be inspired in making Star Wars. Right?
Okay, there's a question for you.
Yeah.
So you like Dune, but
Yep.
which one's hotter? Patrick Stewart as Gurney Halleck, or Cable?
That's a very very tough question to answer. Can I pass?
Get back to me in the comments,
Yes,
guys.
yes.
No,
Who do you think was better, Patrick
Who's the hashtag here,
Stewart
ba?
or like all this Josh Brolin? Josh Brolin.
Just run it.
Okay,
Sound up in the comment section.
yeah. So basically, like I said earlier, Dune is an epic science fiction film. Okay, so it's about an future era of humans where faster than light travel is possible. Okay, so there are like different humans are scattered around the galaxy, and they have different empires, and they're fighting over this planet called Arrakis. So Arrakis is like a desert planet where the most important or most essential material in the world in the universe is located, which is the spice melange. Without it, there
Cinnamon.
will be what? Yeah, without it, faster than light travel will not be possible. As well as the fact that this spice melange is also stimulant.
Hallucinogen.
Yeah, hallucinogen. It's like it's like the opium of the universe, something like that.
If you want to have blue eyes, you could go to the desert.
Yeah.
So you're explaining all of this, but they didn't show that.
No.
Oh
That's
no.
like-
No,
that's
they
the
said it.
biggest-
They said it
In the storytelling, right?
yeah, they
said
told
it. They said it, but they didn't show it. I think the first one still does it better. Like the because like in the
Yeah, I
lore-
watched it. And I also watched the
Lord.
first one, and the first movie like narrated everything.
Yeah, like they skipped the whole light travel, faster than light travel. Like,
No,
how did they do it?
They what do you call this? It was explained when Paul was reading through the what do you call this? His holo pad, and he's trying to learn about the systems. He's trying to learn about Arrakis, the environment of Arrakis, the biosphere of Arrakis. So basically, parts or segments of those knowledge bits are placed in that segment or in that scene.
Like it was done like in dialogue, but I think what I can argue, David Lynch still envisioned a better telepathic what's the name of those beings that like eventually, because like if you do a lot of spies,
Bene
you became
Gesserit.
this-
Bene Gesserit.
that one I will not.
Wait, the Freeman.
Yeah, the freeway. So like if you do a lot of spice or meth, like in real life, your arms will shrink and you will become just a blob. So they show that in 1984's Dune, and like they skipped it all together in the 2021st Dune. Like they had a lot of visual prowess to show it, but they skipped it all together.
Well,
Like, what we now-
there is part 2 coming. on
Yeah, so I
October
think this is a
23rd.
trilogy. This is a trilogy.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, if we didn't do it the first time, why do it in the second and the third? So,
Well, for us to come back even more, you know.
and what's so another thing that's in the deserts is the sandworms.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
that
another question,
iconic.
another
sandworm.
question for you: what's the more fuckable, the sandworms or tremors?
Oh dear.
Sound up in the comment section. The tremors are more fuckable.
Can we not?
They're just small. The tremors are small.
Yeah, the tremors are small. Like the sandworms, I'm like humongous. You know.
Yeah, they're cuter.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was continuing my review, or my
What's your score for Dune?
I scored it a 4.5 out of 5. Okay. So like Benj said, there are still lots of things not included or like not properly addressed in the 2021 film. But I'm hopeful that in the part 2 and the part 3 of this installment would address that. Okay, but for the entirety of the first part, of the movie itself, it was amazing. It's a movie that you have to watch in the theaters. Okay, watching it on your computer or on your streaming device is not does not give it justice. Okay, so the portrayal of all the characters were 100% accurate. I really liked how they try to make it better compared to the 1980 movie, 1984 movie by David Lynch. You know, because in 1984 they didn't have enough technology to like narrate or show what the technology of Dune is, the universe of Dune is. So I think now would be the best time to show, to show a Dune movie with all the CGI that's technology that have progressed throughout the years. I mean, the ornithopters that they showed in the movie was amazing.
Yeah, that's done well. Like in 1984, it's just a box.
Exactly, and the Sardokar, the Emperor troops, they were menacing. You know, in the game, in Dune 2, in the game, the Sardokar are the most powerful infantry units, and they portrayed it in the film very, very aptly. I really like, and the pacing was good. The storytelling and the effects, it was really done well, as well as the cinematography. Kudos to Denis Villeneuve for such a masterpiece. Okay, so all the other loopholes, I'm fine with that. That's why I gave it a 4.5. So eventually we'll see the part 2 and part 3, and we'll probably like close all the loops, and this will be, I am very hopeful that this will be a very, very good trilogy in the future. Okay,
At least one space baby. Like show us one space baby.
one
Space
space baby.
baby.
Exactly. So next in my list, okay, so I don't know if you guys agree with me. Free Guy, okay, not Fall Guy. Ryan.
Ryan would agree to you. Like this guy.
Pokemon is
Oh dear, I did not even include the fact that Pokemon was here.
I'm getting a bit like he likes Pokemon, so he likes Free Guy, but he did it himself.
No, I loved Free Guy. I gave it a 4.6 out of 5 because
even higher than June.
yes, because as you know, guys, I'm a streamer, I'm a gamer, and I love how they portrayed this massively multiplayer online game and turn it into like a movie. You know, well, the
Great
story
performance by Taika. What
exactly.
what's his name?
Actually, everybody in the movie. I mean, we have Ryan Reynolds, Sarah Schechter, Jodie Corner. How do you pronounce it? Comer. Jodie Mary Comer, Taika Waititi, Lil Ray Howery, and the rest of the cast. Sean Levy really did a really great job in this movie. I mean, I envisioned myself if I was playing Grand Theft Auto. This would probably be what it would feel like, you know. And as a programmer before, you know, I kind of related to everything that they've been talking about, like the back end code, like the modules, the machine learning,
what the boss wants.
yes, so what the boss, as well as how the business works. You know, like rushing the deadline, the first build. You know, you have to move the all the items, or all the servers are gonna transition to the new installment of the game, and like some, which is sometimes happening to some to the industry, the video game industry, right? Like for example,
Crunch.
and hiding Easter eggs and game codes of other programmers inside the game. You know, it's very relatable, considering that I had a background in game development before. So it's totally relatable, and I really loved the chemistry between Jodie Comer and Ryan Reynolds, and the other Ryan Reynolds. If you guys watch it, you know the we call it
blue guy.
no, the big guy, the big guy.
Oh, the big guy.
Oh.
They made a suit for him for that.
Uh-huh.
Like, the VFX is cool.
Exactly. So, and Taika Waititi was amazing as well as the douchebag video game creator.
Was this his first acting role?
No.
He's been around, right?
Yeah, Jack Rabbit. What do you call this? Was
The
it
Hitler
Jack
one.
Rabbit? Yeah, the Jack Rabbit.
He's great there. Like he does a great Hitler.
Representation. All right. That's good. That's good. But so yeah, Free Guy is one of the best movies for me last year, as well as the I really love the music, you know, because Christoph Beck, who did Paperman as well as Ant-Man, it was very
scored?
sorry.
Scored this one? He
was the one who scored this one. Christoph Beck also scored Hawkeye. So I love
The one that's streaming the series
and Disney Plus.
Okay.
Yep. So I really loved his music, and that was also one of the factors that made me love this movie. Yeah. So
Are there any other like streamers that showed up there?
I think
That
Ninja.
Ryan here can relate to.
Yeah, Jacksepticeye was there.
See,
I saw
like,
him.
he's really in touch with the kids.
Yeah, there's Ninja, there's Jacksepticeye, that's Dan TDM, and Laserbeam was there.
Laser, yeah.
Yeah. But did you know that Hugh Jackman was in the movie as well?
The cameo, yeah.
Voice cameo. There were Hugh Jackman voiced a masked avatar in the alley, Dwayne Johnson as a bank robber, John Krasinski as a silhouetted gamer, and Tina Fey as one of the characters' vacuuming mom. Yeah. And you guys also saw Chris Evans, right?
Yeah.
As a
He was in a
cameo.
diner.
So yeah, and we also have Channing Tatum. He's not the cameo, but he's a supporting actor. But he was so cool. So yeah, Free Guy, 4.6 out of 5 for me. And lastly, let's go over to my best movie for this year, Spider-Man: No Way Home, just the same as Benj. Okay, so as a Marvel fan, as a diehard Marvel fan, I would contest anyone who'd say that Spider-Man: No Way Home is not the best Marvel movie, one of the best Marvel movies ever. You know, as a guy who watched all the Spider-Man movies, starting from Tobey Maguire, and then followed by Andrew Garfield, and leading up to Tom Holland. This movie was amazing. I mentioned this to Benj a year ago, actually. You know, I had a source, and I mentioned that they were planning to do this from the start. You know, and people have been saying, "Oh no, that's keep dreaming." You know, they can't get Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back, something like that. And then a year,
it's gonna be big.
yes,
like an Avenger
and nobody
level threat.
believed me. Nobody believed me. And now when
I
the
believe
trailer,
I kind of forgot it after we talked about it.
yeah, well, yeah, but when the trailers hit and the movie was shown,
Mhm.
who's dreaming now, guys? But yeah,
Well, it's so moment.
Yep.
For
But
you.
you know, going back, this movie has been a culmination of not just the Spider-Man movies, not just the Marvel movies, but the Sam Raimi and the other the Mark Webb,
no.
the Mark
The
Webb, yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
How dare you, the other?
No, I forgot the director of Amazing Spider-Man. So cut me some slack, you know. So Sam Raimi and Mark Webb and wait, who was the director of the first Spider-Man movie?
The one with the Dragon Challenge? Is that the one you're saying?
Oh no, it's still Mark Webb.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did both one.
He did
He
both.
only has two.
Oh yeah, okay, Mark Webb. So yeah, Sam Raimi and Mark Webb movies. It's a combination of all those movies, and now that it's shown, people are now chanting that they want Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
The one that
Andrew
they haven't got.
Garfield got it bad. Like he like from the leaks from the Sony like that happened. They didn't like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Like, why? He's doing really well.
He did well.
For me, I mean, like what you mentioned, Benj. For me, Andrew Garfield's stature and how he portrays as a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, he was the best Spider-Man for me.
Yeah, he is.
You know?
He is. Like, put him in a suit. Like, I will believe that guy is Spider-Man.
Exactly. He's slim. He's slim, and he acts and moves like a proportionate that he has a proportionate strength of a spider. You know,
I hate you.
It isn't like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Like when he got bitten by the spider, he got buffed. That's not how it works. You know.
Yeah, he's like the actual actor is agile. Like he can do like same with Tom Holland.
Yeah, exactly.
He backflips like live. I see the same with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. So yeah.
Except for Toby. Toby is just good at bullying.
Yeah. Well, not really. For me,
If a break.
yeah, if Andrew Garfield was my perfect Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire was my perfect Peter Parker. I mean, he was the epitome of Peter Parker. He looked weird. He looked like a nerd.
He had a hard life.
Yeah, he looked like an outcast, you know. He looked like a person that can be bullied. No offense to Tobey Maguire, but yeah, I mean, he portrayed Peter Parker really perfectly. You know, when Sam
Raimi's Joms, Sam Raimi's villains are also the best.
Exactly.
compared to all
Well,
these.
Dr. Octopus.
Well, that's kind of
Dr. Octopus was probably one of the best villains in the Spider-Man universe. Andrew Molina did it so perfectly, you know, as well as the story arc. Although I'm kind of sad that they didn't pursue the Aunt May Dr. Octopus relationship, which was in the comics. Probably because the age range was far too big in the movies. You know, hopefully, well, in No Way Home, like Benj said, well, I'm gonna spoil it for them because we already have spoiler alert.
Yes.
You know, so Aunt May, portrayed by Marisa Tomei, lost her life in the movie. So that was that. It was actually the Uncle Ben moment of the Tom Holland universe. Because if you guys remember, Uncle Ben was in both Mark Webb and Sam Raimi universe. Uncle Ben was the one who said, "With great power comes great responsibility." In Tom Holland's universe,
It was Aunt
May was the one who said that. Right? And this was also one of the pivotal moments and factors that made him move on from what happened and strengthen him up, hyped him up to the coming battle in the movie, you know. On another note, yes, you were saying right?
Great performance by Willem Dafoe.
Exactly. Actually, all of them was amazing. You know, even Tom Hayden Church, you know, was amazing, and also the Lizard, you know, cast by this guy. Oh no, I forgot his name.
There's a Russian scientist.
No,
it's not.
Wait. What? It's Reese Ifans. Yeah, Reese Ifans. Everybody, even if they're like CG, I think the Lizard and Sandman's main character was just CG. You know, they didn't have enough voice, or they didn't have enough cameos for them to be portrayed in live. You know, but yeah. Everyone did an amazing job, you know. Jamie Foxx, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, The reason, guys, the reason why I made it a 4.8 out of 5.
Oh, very high.
You know, I scored a 4.8 out of 5. The point two is because it wasn't the Sinister Six. One person was missing. And also, I was kind of hoping that the Japanese Spider-Man would also be involved. I saw on YouTube that they had like they tried to like put the Japanese Spider-Man in No Way Home.
they can't get the license for Leopardon.
Well, I hope they do in the future, you know. Probably in the new Across the Spider-Verse movie. So anyway, going Spider-Man No Way Home. Amazing. This is an end game. This feels like an end game level event. And I think the only movie that might top this or even to be at par would be the upcoming Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. You know, as I've heard that there are going to be tons of cameos in the Multiverse of Madness. You know?
Yeah, I saw a leak that Hugh Jackman will be there.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, Nicolas Cage, Thomas
Wolverine,
Jane. Thomas Jane of as Punisher. And who's the guy? Idan Grifuro as Mr. Fantastic. And
at this point they can put 3 Punisher now in that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Ray Stevenson is already dead as we call this Volstagg. You know, he already died as Volstagg, played by Ray Stevenson, was also the Punisher in Punisher Warzone. So
and then Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, they can put Dolph Lundgren,
Thomas Jane.
Jane.
Another one and our latest like
John Bernthal.
Sure.
Yeah,
John Bernthal.
Yeah, all 4 of them. Oh my God, seeing them all together.
If you can do that, I'll give them all of my money.
Yeah, and we also have Wesley Snipes coming back as Blade, maybe, and there's also rumors that Tom Cruise will be playing as Tony Stark variant, which was very apt because Tom Cruise was also considered to be cast as Tony Stark before Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
So
he's like
there's a lot of those. I think even at some point Brad Pitt was supposed to be in a Marvel movie.
Brad Pitt, yeah, I think so. He might be like Thor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah,
Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home, 4.8. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm taking too much
That's all the time that we have today.
Oh no. Anyway, okay. If I'll just give my honorable mention.
You have 3.
Yeah, I have here Jungle Cruise by The Rock and Emily Blunt. Amazing movie, family movie. Go watch it. I also have here The Guilty, a really great crime thriller movie in Netflix. Go look it up. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's the movie is just like in one office, and it doesn't leave the office. You know, it has a lot of plot twists, and you guys are going to be gobsmacked, surprised with the plot twists here. And you also have another honorable mention for me is like Don't Look Up. Like Benj already said, it's an amazing parody of life, like the social events and current events in the world right now. You know, media sites have already been stabbing this in the back because it's true. You know, because it's true.
They don't care. The film outfit, they don't care. Netflix don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
They like the publicity of this.
Mm-hmm. Like they said, bad publicity is still publicity. Anyway, that's it for me. Sorry took it so much. Back to you, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you for your list, actually, Joms. So looking at Benj and Joms' list.
Just a second. Before you start, let's say I haven't seen your... what number is what's that movie? What was that movie with the one with You Don't Speak? I forgot the name.
What? Quiet Place. Yes. What is your ranking of Quiet Place 2?
What
Ryan?
That was 3.2, so it should not make the top 3 list.
Okay, it's not in the list. Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, so looking at your list, so it just says that we have common things that we love. So Don't Look Up. It's actually number 3 on my list, together with Dune. So I gave them both 3.6 this year
Oh, that's too low.
out of 5. Yeah, I really like the writing from Don't Look Up. So it's very funny. It's entertaining all throughout. There's science involved. There's also a parody of Steve Jobs there. I remember that guy.
Mhm.
He's very confident that everything's gonna be fine, and then in the end, they go to plan C. I think they escape the planet, leave us all to die. So Dune itself, the cinematography is the best that I've ever seen. This is very good to watch in IMAX, I think, but no IMAX are open at
Yeah.
the moment. So this is so wasted. Hopefully they have rescreening in the next time that IMAX reopens. Hopefully by this year. So if you haven't watched the films that we started recommending and even our honorable mentions, please do check them out because they're if they made our list, they are great. So I agree on those on most of their movies that Joms and Benj stated. I've seen some of them. We haven't seen the entire. They say that in 2021 there were 26,000 films, feature films created worldwide, including Bollywood. So we only scratched the surface with. I think I've watched 20 films, feature films for the entire year, and Bench was
Oh.
even less, right? Lesser
Yeah,
for you,
even that's-
around 10.
Yeah, I think around 10, not counting the ones that I like not counting the movies that are not released in 2021. I think I seen more like old movies.
Old movies than 2021 movies.
I actually lost
Yeah.
count on my movie list right now. You know, I'm also backtracking. Like for example, when I was playing Alien Isolation, I watched all 3 Alien movies.
Yeah.
The first
I've
3
seen-
Alien movies.
Say with me, I like since this is the like last year was a 20th anniversary, something like that for Harry Potter. I saw Harry Potter again, like just the first one.
Yeah.
It kind
A
of holds
3
up.
hour film. Yeah.
Mm,
Because some of us watch movies while doing games. Well, my best experience with these movies is when you sit down on a couch, have popcorn, have something to eat, and yeah, if you can't go to the theater, you just have to enjoy it on a bigger screen, not on your phone, not on your laptop, right?
Yep.
So going to my second top 3 film of 2021 that I could recommend after Don't Look Up and Dune is Last Night in Soho. It's a Netflix only film, I think, but it has theatrical release.
It
I
did.
remember.
It did.
Let me check. So if you can check that. So this is directed by Edgar Wright. I know Edgar Wright doesn't do straight to DVD films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's released. It's even in Google right now. So it's not just in streaming. It's released on the theater. So it stars Anna, the Queen's Gambit star.
Yeah,
I forgot her name.
Anna
Anna
Taylor-Joy.
Taylor-Joy. Yeah, it's a British because Edgar Wright does British type of film.
Mhm.
It has a British tone. It's in London, and it talks about supernatural things and then acting out psycho killers back in the day. And there's a twist at the end, which
Yeah. There was a theatrical release in UK.
this is a great film. Edgar Wright does his a filmmaking way up there as one of my top-notch directors.
Mhm.
So the story is also good. The effects is also good. So I'm shocked. I only watch this in streaming because it doesn't show in our local cinemas yet.
Mhm.
So it's just in UK that it has a release there. So if you haven't watched, I know some of you haven't watched. Even Bench and Joms haven't watched this.
Yeah,
It's one of my recommendation. I give it a 3.6 out of 5. Especially the cast is good. Here.
Yeah, Matt Smith and Anna Taylor-Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it this year.
Probably near 2 hours, I think.
What's your favorite like Edgar Wright movie?
Baby Driver was my latest from him that I like.
Okay.
How about you?
That's a good one. About time.
About yeah, it's also good. I like that film. So my number one, guys, is of course our first ever podcast.
Ooh, sentimental.
oh,
I see.
yeah.
Very sentimental.
We did that around March last year. We decided to review the Snyder Cut, right?
This is not a
Of
movie.
Justice League, a project
Yeah.
movie.
I would actually plus one that because it's more like a combination of episodes for a series. It's like a extended documentary.
This is a project film, so it's a film
Yeah.
by
It's a passion project. Like if there's an evidence for a passion project, this is one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now available on a cheap rate in Google Play, in Google Films. You can watch it at around, I think, $3 or $5, and
Yeah.
spend 3 hours more
Really?
of your time. So I'm giving it a 3.9 out of 5. So
If you're
just-
if you're
Justice League.
guys, if you're going to watch Snyder's Cut again, it's a whole affair. Ready
half of your day.
Yeah, prepare half of your day.
But the
in the middle.
the cuts that they've added, it really added it pushes the film to better heights, I think.
Yeah, but true. It made the previous Justice League film a lot better.
Mm-hmm. And now to end, I also have my honorable mentions. In which I gave 3 or going to 4, but I'm not gonna spend time giving their scores. So number 1 in my honorable mention is No Time to Die, a James Bond ending for Daniel Craig. So this will be the last.
You didn't like this movie?
What?
You didn't like this one? Not much?
I not that high in my list. Not to make it to my top 3. Although I am a spy thriller fan. The visuals are good in this, but I didn't like how they wasted some opportunities. There was a scene where they introduced a new secret agent from the CIA, and it's just one scene. That's
Oh, Ana de Armas.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
she
they're
was
trying
This is
to
in
do.
there?
Yeah.
Yes.
In
Yes.
great gown, black gown.
She
doing
hot.
fight scenes.
She hot.
How did she got it?
Well, she's a CIA agent.
Okay.
So I know Benj didn't watch No Time to Die yet because he haven't even finished the other James Bond.
You have to watch
Yeah.
Spectre. You have to watch Spectre first. I was
All the
totally
5 films.
I was totally
What-
dumbfounded.
Why would I watch the second one? Should I watch Casino Royale first?
No,
Yeah,
you
the
just
first
have to watch Spectre, because it's like
To know the
No
story.
Time to Die is like Spectre Part 2.
It's a continuation.
Yeah.
I'm not really into like James Bond. So just to be honest here, and I'm putting myself in a bit of a criticism. I don't like James Bond movies.
Mhm.
Who will be the next James Bond, right? After Daniel Craig?
Idris Elba is my James Bond.
You're gonna watch James Bond now if he's on board.
Yeah, I will. I will watch. I think it's a fitting one.
I'm rooting for Tom Hiddleston.
No, don't make it happen. Okay, if those two people started like getting casted, I'll watch.
Okay.
Just those two.
It has to be British, right?
Yeah,
That's-
it
that's-
has to
that's
be.
a-
Yeah.
that's the
yeah, they have to
tradition.
be very British.
Yeah, they have to be an Englishman.
Englishman, like the Kingsman.
Englishman or British? Because not everyone was British. English.
Scottish.
Yeah.
I think the last
Yeah.
James Bond was Scottish
Yeah, so
before
But
they
still English.
Englishman under UK.
Well, Pierce Brosnan was Irish.
Yeah, I want to see a version of him as a James Bond, like doing all of the stunts with Halle Berry with his real accent now. Now that you mention it.
So another of my honorable mention is Nobody. So Soul, Better Call Saul is
Yeah.
the main cast here.
Oh, this is on my list, but I forgot to watch it.
It's one of the. It's a John Wick spin-off.
Yeah,
All the story, the action, out of this world plot. You just need to watch it to enjoy it. So full of action. I didn't know he can kick ass. From his age, he did have a heart bypass surgery while filming the continuation of Better Call Saul.
Oh.
So that's why it was moved, because he had an attack. I think midway to the fourth episode for this season.
That was on the news.
And maybe due to the stress of filming as well, because he did this film right before that one.
Okay.
And of course, the last of my honorable mention, guys, is also the Suicide Squad of 2021. So we call it part 2 of Suicide
I thought you
Squad.
liked the 2016 movie.
I also like the 2016.
Which was
the best
better?
one.
Which one was better for you? The
This
first one?
The one with the 2021, of course.
Best movie of 2016.
I'm still campaigning for that, you know.
No.
So we,
No. Civil War. Civil War was the best movie.
I can't say that.
Yeah, I'll be insulted.
But the problem with the 2021 Suicide Squad, it didn't meet the expectation for box office because of the pandemic. So that's why we're encouraging everyone to rent or stream this and pay for your streaming services, as this will help the filmmakers as well to give us a great 2022 and also for the future of entertainment.
Yep.
So I think that ends with our list. So can we have a recap on your list, Benj? Your top 3?
Wait, you have another list here. Worst films.
You want to go over our worst films?
Yeah, let's just go over the world's worst films.
Let's do worst films. Okay, so just name a couple. Matrix 4. Matrix Resurrection.
I would like to contest that. It was actually a
both
good
of
movie.
you like Matrix 4.
I like it, but just the half of the movie.
Well, the whole essence of the movie was okay. You know, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. You know,
It's not the worst movie. Like, it's not the worst in Matrix. No, that's wrong. It's one of the worst of the 4. Like, I think that's a right thing to say. It's not the worst movie ever.
I still have to contest that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we know that it's worse. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And we have a couple of Nicolas Cage movie here.
Oh my God. Prisoners of the Ghostland. Oh, Nicolas Cage, what did you do? I
Same
looked up
with
with you so
Jiu-Jitsu.
much.
Same with Jiu-Jitsu.
Guys, if you watch Prisoners of the Ghostland, I mean, it would not make sense. We were watching it like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know what happened to Nicolas Cage in 2021. Maybe he's avoiding bankruptcy, and he did 3 films that are worst.
Hey, for someone avoiding bankruptcy, he's like really active in all of those
Exactly,
movies. Like he's
exactly.
not someone else like that's compared to Bruce Willis. No, Bruce Willis, like he shows up into movies, but he doesn't do a lot. Like he's standing there. But compared to him, he does still like movies that he do still has stunts, still action packed.
Exactly.
So
and his acting is still amazing.
Yeah,
You have to
Just pick better movies next time, Nick.
yeah.
I think he's at the point that he can just do whatever he wants.
Right. He wants to be called a versatile actor, probably.
Even B movies.
Oh,
Doing
dear.
B movies.
Yeah.
I think he's waiting for that one movie. Like it's literally bad, but he made it good.
Yeah, the big break. His second big break, probably.
He doesn't need the big break, dude. I mean, what I mean is like this is like measurably bad, but since Nicolas Cage is there, he made it good. Something like that. I can't.
Recently, I haven't thought of a movie that happened.
Should we get Nicolas Cage in the
podcast? Like,
in the MCU?
Probably.
In the MCU or DCEU?
He might be coming back because of Ghost Rider. He might be coming back in Doctor Strange, but that's just being hopeful. But yeah, I hope that Nicolas Cage would have like Keanu Reeves moment, you know. Before John Wick, right? Keanu Reeves had like a lot of other movies that did
Yeah.
not excel. Like for example, the Ronin 47 Ronin and
I like
yeah, and Karate. What the movie Karate is that it?
yeah, the one like they did a couple of action scenes and then they slowed it down, they passed it forward, they played it as a movie. That one.
Yeah, so
I
so so Keanu had his fair share of lousy movies before being reborn as John Wick. So really hope Nicolas Cage goes through that rebirth.
But that was
you
in
know?
that was in a course of like a decade of 10 years. This one is just for 1 year for Nicolas Cage.
Well, he can keep on going. You know, don't worry, he'll keep on going. You know, it's still it's not too late.
Yeah. And we also have in the list is Space Jam, the
no.
2021 one.
I did not watch
So-
that.
Let's not
Yeah.
make new enemies.
Uh-huh.
Kids love it, but yeah, if you have
Yeah.
anyone with a brain, you should avoid it as well.
Hey, don't say that. I see in your list there's old as well. Like I think this is kind one of those movies like the premise is good. The something behind it. It's kind of a death game, like Squid Game. Like eventually you will die, but I think it's just because it's marked as a Shyamalan
Yeah,
movie.
it's
Eh,
worse
eh,
than The Village.
I haven't watched Old, but I was looking at the Wikipedia article. It seems kind of okay for me, you know, since
It's okay. But it's a bit disappointing at the end. Like it has this once the twist is there, okay, so that's it. And you wasted your 2 hours.
oh dear.
It's
I'll try to watch it. Probably.
It's not as satisfying as the Sixth Sense one. Like, okay, so you're weaving everything together after knowing that Bruce Willis was dead. It doesn't have that click. Like Mr. Shyamalan still trying to get to that.
Shyamalan.
That guy.
Yeah.
It's a good filmmaker. Like he will get to the groove again.
Yeah, true.
When since the Airbender it continues It's down round.
Let's not
down
talk
round.
about that, please. Let's not talk about that.
Eventually, give him a couple more decades.
And the good thing about M Night is self-funding these films, right? No film out.
It's a this is a laundry money laundry scheme. Okay, so we
Do you
That's
have any more? Do you have any more worst films in your discussions that we can discuss?
I'm actually still thinking. You know, I'm actually still thinking.
not Nicolas Cage.
No.
21 guy.
Oh wait, we got probably not the worst. You know, Snake Eyes. The movie Snake Eyes.
Yeah, disappointing movie.
that happened.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that. That happened, you know.
I think the pandemic brought it down as well. So some of these movies have production delays. Yeah, writers
No,
that are.
It's not the pandemic. Like the intent of that movie is not really good. Like they just want to revive some IP again, but they didn't put much heart into the production.
Exactly.
And it lose money.
Yeah. It's
So
just
can we go back to our list and close this podcast now? I think we're going quite a longer than we expect. So we could
Yeah.
go with Bench. So what are your top 3 recommendations?
Again, my
and
top
best
three.
films?
Top three for last year: Spider-Man, Don't Look Up, and Mugen Train from Demon Slayer.
Mugen Train. Okay. Joms?
Yeah, I also have Spider-Man No Way Home. And I put it here Free Guy and Dune.
Dune. Okay.
Yeah.
So my list is also Justice League, not also the one. Snyder Cut, Last Night in Soho, and I got a tie in my number 3. Don't Look Up and Dune as well.
Very well, like rounded list. Like we don't have that much duplicates.
In our honorable mentions, some are duplicates, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope they enjoy our episode for this year. The first episode ever for 2022 is looking
Yeah.
back at 2021 movies.
Yep.
So we have plans for the next recording, what will be it for so that they look forward for it?
Spider-Man! Spider-Man!
Go deep dive into No Way Home.
Yep. Well, we already said some points in this podcast. Care of me and Benj, we tried to flesh out already some of the good points in No Way Home, but we'll have a deeper dive on the next episode. Hope you guys watch that. If you guys have any topics or any questions that you want addressed on the next podcast, feel free to write in the comments, or can they send an email to us? Do we have an email address where they can leave comments to us?
There's a corporate email. We have a business email, but don't sign it up for Tinder.
Just leave a comment of their Twitter or Instagram, and we'll reach out to them.
Yep.
We only have
Wait,
a
we
few.
have Twitter? We have Twitter?
Oh, I do.
You do, but the company, the podcast
Juicery
doesn't have. We should make a podcast Twitter.
We have a Facebook one, right?
Yeah, we have a Facebook. But
We do?
Not everyone has a Facebook.
Okay, you should make a Twitter for our podcast. Not just for you, Ryan.
Okay, so look forward to our next episode. Thank you for your time, guys. This has been a great pleasure to share our movies that we've watched and we'd like from 2021. This is Private Ryan, and
This is Benj.
And this is Jomzie P. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We are the Juicery Podcast Show, and we are saying bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Play the jingle.
What jingle?
What? The end jingle, right?
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you.